man. All right, everybody. It's finally time. We got good old PTC here. How's it going for you this
It's
Friday
going
evening?
good.
That's pretty good. We are coming at you live on Friday, May 15th of, 2026.
2026. Years have flown.
I know, right? And it just feels like we just got into this year and now we're already all talking. What's everybody's Brick World plans? What's everybody's summer plan? It's like, didn't we just get into winter? Like, where did the time all go? And it's all going so much faster.
hmm
But I'm glad to hear you're doing well and everything's going good.
Oh yeah, you too. Glad to see you. Brick Connections back.
I know. Only
Been
took
hyped for it.
been like an 8 month hiatus, but we're doing the thing. But
We're on the regroup tour.
yeah, that's pretty much it. The regroup tour. That after Brick World, we might be on another. I'm joking. It's like how many like the live music, especially like Kiss and all of them. They're like, we're doing back for the live reunion tour, and they do that
Mhm.
same tour 15 times.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, time for a retirement tour, and that goes for another 15. But with all that being said, do you think it's time to go for a little night drive?
Let's go for it.
All right, we got to roll down these windows here.
Roll 'em down. Wind
Oh
fly
boy.
through the hair.
Cranking them.
Crank them.
Oh, all right, there we go. She was a little bit rusty, it's been a while, so we had to.
Mhm. Really.
I know, we almost need the WD-40 up in here. That would have been something.
Yeah.
But the very first comment of the night goes to Shreddy. What's going on? And he does the little cat doing the. Or is that like an excited face? Or is he doing like the Patrick Star inhale?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Then we got Mr. Studlake, Cody, the owner and CEO of Matte Black Bricks. A good friend. Make sure if you want any Brick Connection t-shirts or the freshly designed Ostef distribution shirt for 2026, or any of the other shirts that his glorious talents have put together, make sure to go check it out. His description, or his link, is in the description below. There we go. Yeah, we did it. Look at us, look like a noob over here. Then we got Hayes. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Then we got a mutual friend here between all three of us here now in this pyramid. CPA, how's it going?
Yay.
How's it going for you, CPA? Hopefully all is going well. Life. And hopefully you're out of the busy season.
He's supposed to be, but from what I've kept talking to him about, it sounds like he's just still working the hours. So
That's very CPA core energy.
very CPA coded.
It is. We could get that on a t-shirt. CPA, you should do that. And we got Papa Trip. Howdy, boys. Happy to see Ostef in a new TBC episode tonight. Well, I'm just happy to see you, Papa. It's very good. Very good. Hope you're doing well. Boys, players are tuning in tonight. That's true. We got a few people in here already. That's good. That's good. We got 15, I believe. 16 now. 16. All right. And then look at that. Double dip in here. Look at that. That's great. Who's ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And when our SpongeBob's ready, because he always goes, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Oh. Then we got Matt, 2026. Yeah, boy. Right on. That's a classic comment. Like it. CPA says he's hyped. I wonder if he's as hype can be. Then we got Kennedy. He's also an alumni of the show. He's been on here. I believe he's guest numero 2. I'm glad it's back too, Kennedy. Well, we'll have to have you on for a reunion show, like we were talking a little bit ago. See what you're up to now. Because that Boyle collab, have you been seeing the videos for it?
The videos for what?
The Boyo collab for the Naboo build they're doing.
I think I've seen a couple reels of a Naboo build somewhere.
It's going to be absolutely massive.
Is it? Is it going to be a brick roll?
That it will be.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I leave in. Oh, I can't get over. It's less than 30 days now.
I know it's coming up. I need to build my mock.
I leave in 24 days, and I'm like, oh man, and it needs to slow on down.
I'm just waiting for my standard parts order to come in.
Hopefully that comes in soon.
Ordered it a couple weeks ago, so should be any time now.
If not, I would just be hounding Lego. But
Yeah.
where's my stuff? Then we got Jumboin Wumbuin.
Jumbo and Wumboin.
Oh, that's it. I butchered that. That was bad. That was bad. Then we got Evan. What's going on? He's saying hello to you.
Hello, UNSL, LNSL.
That's great.
Love to see
I said Owen, didn't I?
I have no clue.
Sorry. I was telling our friend Tony here. I'm like, dude, I just woke up probably like 10 minutes before.
I also woke up like 10 minutes before. I said I got to get a nap, and I don't know how late we're going. But I can last this drive all night long.
I wish I could. But
I might have to reveal next time.
Oh, next time. I believe.
Buy more of my products, and we'll purchase a foot cam.
Oh, and we got Quiet. Is this a Quiet Brick House here?
I don't know. Could be.
Well, if it is Quiet.
If so, what's up? Can't wait to see you at Brick World. Super excited. Definitely got to get in touch more. If it's not, glad to see you out.
Yeah. Because he's also an alumni as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then I believe, for the most part, I'm just scrolling down. Like, oh, yep, it is him.
Oh, it is. Hey, there you are. Yo, what's
going on?
Bro?
How is it hanging? I hope it's all going well, and I hope I can see your cute little hat at Brick World this year. If
I don't see the frog head at Brick World this year, I'm throwing hands.
Dude, okay, that's scary. I don't want to be.
It's such a staple. It's such a staple.
It is. It's very much. That hat gives them part of the personality.
Mm-hmm.
Gives them some of that charm.
I wish I had something as charming. All I've got is a PTC shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Bro's wearing his own merch. What the heck?
I mean, so am I. I'm wearing the last year distribution shirt.
I'll have to bring my my Brick Connection. It was like the long sleeve. It was the Christmas thing that you had. So
the limited time.
That came in like a couple months ago, I think. So I've got that. So we'll be packing that.
Oh, right on. That was the.
Where can we buy the PTC shirt?
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
There we go. Don't worry. Reps. I'm right there with you. I'm gonna be in that same line, and if I have to fight for a shirt,
there you go.
Smoky smokes, but we went on that little drive pretty good. Time to roll them back up. There we go. So, with that being said, again, thank you to everyone coming on in. It's very good. And please, what is this music? It just like cycled through something. We're no. There we go. There it is. All right. So, like I said, Anthony, how are you doing this evening? Do you have any
legal name coming out?
What's that?
I said legal name coming out. That's crazy. I didn't know you knew that.
I know. It was funny because in our DMs, I kept calling you Mr. PTC. He's like, dude.
I was like, no, just say Tony. It's Tony.
It's fine. I've always enjoyed that name because have you played Gears of War?
I've not, no.
Oh, one of the main characters in the first game, Mr. Carmine. I'm like, yo. So every time I hear that name, I'm like, oh, I wish I had that name. That's a great name. I got the name of Austin. It looks like I could belong in Texas.
Yeah.
But
just about. I don't know what I'll name my child. I'll name them PTC Junior. I don't know. I don't think the wife would be too happy about that one. We'll have to battle it out. So,
well, you could do what my dad did. It didn't work out for him, but when I was born, my dad got the birth certificate application. He wrote Dalton without my mom knowing because he liked.
Glad your mom caught that.
Yeah, he liked. He just got done watching Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, and he goes,
There you go.
They're like, yeah, no, not happening. I'm like, darn.
I'm not naming my kid PZ Junior. No, not doing that. No.
What about? What about Cal L?
No. There's like not a pop culture name like that. Like people who name their children like Daenerys, like from Game of Thrones, or like Kyla, or like Anakin. Like, no, bro, no, because then you're only ever gonna think of them like as that. Like, no, I'm not doing that. It's got to be a broad enough name. It can maybe be inspired by pop culture, but it's still got to be broad enough.
Okay.
So,
how do you feel about Antonio?
You see, because my name is Antony without the H, so it's like Mark Antony from like Shakespeare's like plays, like I don't know, like Caesar's play or whatever. So, but anytime someone has to say my name, they always say Anthony. So I'm also, I am always having to say, no, it's Antony, Antony. There's no H in that. Anytime I have to list off like my email for work, or signing up for anything, and they're like, oh yeah, like what's the name? And I always have to say something, whether it's like getting like a passport or like a driver's license or anything. I'm always having to say that. So it's just Tony. Everyone knows how to spell it, except my grandma, who spelled it with an I. So
Printer Antony Cuts?
No, that's not it.
That's a great name for a child right there.
So I got my name, Printer Toner, through middle school. That's when I kind of started going by Tony. And so my friends at the time would say like, oh, like Tony, like toner, or like Printer Toner. So they like called me like Printer Toner like for a little bit. So
that's awesome.
Kind of got it from that. So,
man, you took one of the questions. Man, are you copying
no.
here? Are you copying my
I'm going
sheet?
too fast in the script.
Yeah, come on now. Come on. I'm joking.
We'll pull it back. Pop-Tart cereal. That's one of the better names I've heard.
Wait, have you? That's great.
Toneward. That's crazy.
Dude.
Toneward.
That sounds like something out of England, if I'm being honest.
No.
But if you don't mind me asking, this is kind of tradition. You've watched a few of these.
I have, yeah.
What's your beverage of choice for the night?
For right now, or just like a typical night?
Okay.
Which one?
Just normal.
Normal. So I don't drink anything carbonated. So I don't know. It's like the fizziness, like in my throat. I just can't handle it. So I don't drink anything carbonated. So right now, I mean, I've just got me some water.
That's healthy.
But normally, what I typically go for, I'm home, I got a meal. What I'm typically grabbing is Kroger 2% milk.
That is Clark Kent coded, if I've seen it.
I love Kroger 2% milk. I love milk. So I probably go through about 2 gallons a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. Because it's all I drink. So water, milk. I'll drink fruit punch Kool-Aid. That's practically it. So, yeah, very much 2% milk. I'll go through 2 glasses I'll drink milk with anything. So practically.
So
Pizza, tacos, Chinese,
Dude, what?
hamburger helper, goes with anything. I love it.
Whoa, that's a crazy take, dude. So you're saying milk pairs good with pizza?
Oh, wonderfully with pizza.
I'm gonna try that.
Goes wonderfully with pizza. I love it. So I won't really drink it with my Chick-fil-A though, because like I've got fruit punch with my Chick-fil-A.
That's
Or
true.
yeah, that's practically the only thing I really wouldn't really drink it with.
Shreddy's saying milk with pizza is diabolical.
Oh, I love it. Milk with pizza. Don't knock it till you try it.
Hey, at least I'll give it a fair crack. But I'm gonna be dead honest. I'll make a little short out of it and be like, dude, this is either really good or it blows. I'll let you
Kroger
know.
2%.
I've never been.
Best brand there is.
I've been to a Kroger, but I've never bought anything from a Kroger.
Oh, I love Kroger. What chain do you typically shop at?
We have a place called Acme. All it takes is someone to Google search Acme, and you'll find exactly where I live. But because it's like a mom and pop owned grocery chain here, but Meijer is slowly but surely killing them because they had about 13 stores here in Northeast Ohio, and now it's gone down to like 6.
Yeah. There was one chain called Martin's Supermarket where I grew up in the Michiana area. So like southern Michigan, northern Indiana. I think they had like 50 some stores, but then they got bought out by someone, and then they got bought out again, but it's all still labeled Martin's. So yeah, I don't know. But there's not one near me anymore since I've moved. So yeah, I have no clue.
Like we had one, Mr. Hive will know this place I'm talking about because he used to live in this town I live in. But Mr. Hive, do you remember Sparkle, the grocery store? It was real small, right there on Manchester Road, right off of 619. Do you remember that? You're a real one. Because it's crazy. But for the drink of the night, we're ripping the new 7-Up Ghosty Boy.
There you go.
I'm going to say it's pretty darn good. I just wish it had like a little bit more of a carbonation to it. Then it'd be like sublime with a 7-Up. Just needs a little bit more. Oh, Brick Hive? He says it rings a bell. That's crazy. Him and I were talking, and out of nowhere, we discovered that at one point he lived in the same town I live in.
There you are, small world.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think it was through, I forget what it was. I think it was when I was sending CPA like his first product thing for my stuff that I kind of noticed, and I'm like, bro, you're in my neck of the woods from where I grew up. So
that's crazy.
Or I think it was the second to last time I went up there, and even the last time I went up. One was for like the holidays, and then one was just this last time for a family graduation. We're like 5 minutes from each other, like insane. From my childhood home, that where my parents are at, and where he's staying at. So I think second to last time I went up, I'm like, yo, want to meet up? So we met up, gave him some stuff. And started our whole friendship practically. So, and then this last time, I did the work on the mall blades.
Yeah.
Where I dremeled kind of the back of them. And I said, yo, don't know if you're interested. I think it'd be a very cool video idea if you want to come over and check it out. So he came over, he checked it out. So, did a video for him. I don't know how it scales with his other stuff, but he sent me a thing where it had over like 300,000 views or something.
Oh wow!
And it was posted like a week or two ago, so went very, very well. So,
yeah, I saw that. I was on my first lunch break of the night,
mm-hmm.
and I loaded up the gram. First off, like in this building, it never, like phones don't work. Like my phone constantly lives in SOS mode.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh man, this blows. Because you're in your break. You're like, I just want to just do something, man.
Just want to doom scroll.
I know. It's like, I need my fixing, I need addicted. And then that was the first thing that popped up one day. And then right after I liked it. And then I even saved it because I was going to come back and do it to mine. Because I want to see like his gradient for it. And then I scroll down. It says, sorry, your phone cannot access anything right now. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But Hive is saying we're talking 20 years ago. This is exactly when Sparkle was in its prime.
Yeah.
20 years ago. It was right next to the Dollar General. But now that Dollar General, that whole plaza became like a whole fishing supply store, which is crazy. But PTC is an expert in doom scrolling. Is this true?
Practically nothing but. So doom scroll and answer my notifications.
Oh, I'm one of those as well. Sometimes not. Oh, where did I go? Well, here we go. So my computer. Apparently, if you hit a certain key on your keyboard, it hides you.
So,
but yeah. But again, thank you for coming on. We've tried to do this several times now.
And yeah, now once before, and then kind of went on hiatus, which totally fine. Just when you're back, hit me up. So, but all back, we're here now. So.
Yeah. And for anyone out there, if life's getting too busy and you feel like, hey, I need to take a break from everything from it, that's totally okay. There ain't nothing wrong with it. You need it every now and again. Especially if you're going on like a 2-3 year tear and that's like all you've done for every day, you need a little breaky poo here and there. But that's all you gotta do. So it's never a bad thing to take breaks. We all need them. We're all humans. But
yes, sir.
Yeah, it only works if you keep in touch with people. Like I've tried to keep in touch with groups of people here and there, and everyone was real understanding. That's great. That lets you know who your real friends are. Yes.
Yes, sir. So yeah, there's just so many like customs Discords and everything now. I barely got the time to browse in any single one of them but mine. So I'd love to be active in so many of them, like general chats and everything, but just no time at all in the world. So I could at least stay focused and active in mine. So then I'll maybe hop in like a GCC or like customs Discord like once every like 3 weeks.
There you go.
So ridiculous. But the life of a customs creator.
Dude, it must be pretty lit. It must be a good time.
So it's got its hills and valleys. So same with anything else. So but
so that kind of ties us into our first question here of the night. If you're ready for it.
Hit me with him.
So it's the very same first question everybody gets asked. What made you get into this big hobby of plastic? Was it childhood nostalgia? Or was it a childhood hobby that never left? Or was it just something that you kind of like fell into?
So I've been into Lego since the ripe old age of 6. 2007, first set ever was that little droid battle pack. The 3 droids and the 2 super battle droids. First ever set from the parents. They opened the floodgates. That's like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
So, so that just kind of kickstarted it. And then I don't know, I could probably barely even build anything at the time. I got like the Naboo Starfighter from that time, the giant brown MTT, which was huge and it's considered so many people's white whale. I got that. I didn't even build it. My parents had to build it because I was so young. I had no clue what I was doing. So they would like come home after work. They like open a bag, put in like little bowls or something, I remember, and they would build it like from that. And they built it for me. It took them 4 days. doing that, built it for me, and then I think it didn't last long. I think I was showing it to my sister, I think, and she thought it was cool, and it rolled off a table and smashed to bits, and
Oh no.
stayed like that, where I was only like the top like 3 bricks of the entire base,
No.
all the way until college. And I was like, that was kind of cool. I kind of want to rebuild that. So rebuilt it, but just kind of collected all throughout the years. Kind of halted a little bit. It actually grew a little bit once I got my first job working at Martin's Supermarket. Where then I started to get my own income, and I was like, wow, I could actually buy some cool things now. Like, well, I could get these like retired sets. What? There's like a space shuttle, and so cool.
Yeah.
But kind of grew a little bit in high school, dropped a little bit in college. Because at that point it's working, no space to really put anything. And then just kind of picked back up in like 2022 or so. And I think it was like 2023, tail end of 23, maybe early 24. And at that point, the only customs I had was like Clone Army Customs. That was it. That was my first real like customs brand. Yeah. So I had these one like Flash customs where I don't know if they were customs or knockoffs. I don't know, from like eBay or something. I don't know. But Clone Army Customs was the first one I really went out and purchased. So, and then I was just like scrolling Reddit one day, which and I saw one of GCC's Rex.
Oh,
I was like, whoa, that is sick. So it was their dirty version.
Mm-hmm.
I've got him off over there somewhere. But
this isn't the dirty. This is the clean version. But I threw on the Rex from Microfighter Arms at Brick World. Found this at the yard sale there at Brick World.
Ooh, there you go.
And I'm hoping this will go to someone that will cherish him because he's getting ready to be sold.
Yeah. So, but got like a dirty GCC Rex, and I'm like, wow, well, this is pretty cool. And then just kind of checked it out a little bit more and kept seeing kind of what they were coming out with. Purchased from GCC a couple times, started buying them from Tom, and just kind of flew up in terms of collecting the customs. And then what kind of got me started making things, it was 2024. I just started my full-time job in the fall, and I was just kind of thinking because I don't know, people were just kind of making things, and I thought, man, like how cool would it be for someone to make like that one blue outfit of like Bail Organa? Like surely it can't be that hard to make customs. What? I mean, you got to like get parts, and you got to like get a design and like print it. I have no clue how to do that. So kind of worked with High Ground Figs with the design and got a design, worked with Rais, then Faza minifigs with printing, and just kind of started that process then, made first sale March 1st, went very, very well. And I was like, okay, I might be onto something. So I just kind of skyrocketed from there.
I remember that March 1st.
Really?
Yep. Because at first, I'm like, this is pretty solid. And then I'm like, who is this guy? Like I haven't seen like too much. And then I think it was Tom I was talking. He was like, yeah, he's kind of new into space. I'm like, oh, right on. That always makes me happy, because as you were saying with CAC, for me, I kind of grew up in a very similar time you did, maybe like 1 or 2 years ahead. And I remember like either very late elementary school or very early middle school. During the winter, I'm sure you can relate, when they would be like recess or whatever, it'd be indoors during the winter here. And in our homeroom had like those Mac Jelly Bean computers. Do you remember those?
Don't think we had Macs really.
Oh, ours were, Dude, we gotta show you the Mac Jelly Bean. Are you ready for this one?
Let's hit it.
Dude, they are so iconic that it was this exact one here.
I had Chromebooks in high school.
Same here. We got the Chromebook treatment.
Oh, what?
This right here. Yep.
What?
We had that. Straight up 90s, dude. Or not even, maybe later. I'm not a big Apple history guru, so I couldn't tell you the exact year. But, dude.
Yeah, no, we never had none of that.
They were peak. I would like to buy one these days and just be like, that's so cool. What the hell is I can't believe no one else knows of the Jelly Bean. Wow.
Bro, different generation, I guess.
That's true.
You probably remember when they had like rotary phones or something. Probably remember when TV switched to color, like predators roam the earth.
That's funny you say that because we had like the rotary phone in our kitchen up until like middle school. Then we got the VTAC landline. No idea what that was. Man. All right, so we're getting off tangent here. So my friend Alex and I, we would hang out all the time. You'd get off the bus at my house, or I'd get off the bus at his house every Friday, just in time for the new Clone Wars episode.
Loved watching that growing up.
It was great. And what we would do is either his mom or my mom would take us to Targ's, and we would go buy the new battle pack. Not the new, but it was a Clone Walker battle pack. We had the 3 shinies, but one had like all the Commander Pauldrons and stuff. And the gunner
with that little 2-seater Walker thing. Yeah, I got one of those.
And we committed cardinal sins in the Lego community every week. What we would do is we would buy, it's like big 120 packs of Sharpies with all the colors. And we were like, man, we would love if Lego would make all these, clones from this week's episode. Like, we were sitting on this idea with like thinking we were geniuses. We were like 9-10 years old, had no idea about economics, and we would just doodle on that clone and make it look like that week's episode. Then at recess for the next week, we would play with it inside the classroom. But this was also a different time too. We would go on toywiz.com and look at all the minifigures on there. This was before we had any idea what Bricklink was. Like, it was around, but we didn't know of it till probably the following year.
Right.
And it's very known that my favorite clone, non-commander, would be Echo. And I remember seeing Echo in that arc. I'm like, yo, his armor is sweet. He just seems like a cool dude. So I went on Google. I'm like, a Lego clone Echo. I'm sure it's probably way more complex than that, and probably illiterate. But that's where I was introduced to Clone Army Customs for the first time. And then it was also the time where they were just nothing but decals. Yeah. And I'm like, I remember trying so hard to get all of my allowance in a row to go and buy it. And by the time I had enough, it was discontinued off the site. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
No.
So I was very happy that my very first like real custom I got back when I got back into Lego was good old Echo.
Nice.
And so I was like, yo, he's forever. If my collection were to get nuked, I would just want to keep Echo, Jangs, Daredevil, my Sandy Pads.
Sandy Padme's a good one.
She is.
Whoever made her, man.
I know. They really cooked. It's almost like we're right. It's like we're right here with them.
Crazy.
But yeah, I remember that time. And it was funny you were talking about the big brown MTT, because I remember my buddy Alex, he got it for Christmas one year and he couldn't build it. So I'd always come over and build his sets for him. And I remember I got done building it and I was like, man, I wish I could take this home. Because it was just so cool. It was just so gigantic. Like, why? Oh, I wish the MTT this year was bigger, or this past year.
So, well, I've been looking around online. I've been trying to find good mocks, like modifications to make
Hmm.
it bigger. I found one which does reshape it and everything, and I do believe does make it bigger. And they even expanded like the droid carriage of it to fit more droids, and then they
Oh,
even
cool.
included a version to color swap it to the Trade Federation brown as well. So I need to get up on that because it looks super cool.
Yeah, I
So
bet.
I got the set this last year for May 4th.
Mm.
Um, so I saved all my Star Wars purchasing for May 4th. So
Hmm.
then I get just like all the double VIP points. I'm a patient man. I can wait it out. Plus it gives plenty of time for mocks and modifications to release as well. One of the top people I go to is Corey's Workshop on Rebrickable. They got
Hmm.
some very, very cool things. Their
Yeah.
ARC 170 modification to make it bigger, super cool. Their Torrent um, expansion as well, super cool. So I'm always looking at their stuff. So
Yeah, I I look at his and Cody Ander a lot
I don't think I've
because
heard of
we're
that one.
Cody Ander. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Don't flame me if I'm not, but I believe it's Cody Ander. He does some more niche things, but also a lot of like the mainstream too. Um, but a pretty genuine guy. I've reached out to him to see if he would want to come on once, but he's just a very busy dude, like all of us are. So yeah, but if there was any, was there ever a time like coming now you're a custom creator, right? So you're able to make the figures you want to see. Do you
Mhm.
ever find yourself being overcritical of what Lego's design philosophy or what they're doing currently with Star Wars, or because there's some people that will that'll buy a set and just populate their minifigure line with just custom figures to make them like the best they can. What would be your take on that?
On the design stuff that Lego's doing currently.
Yeah, like do you ever find your that and like finding yourself like, man, I wish I could just repopulate it with my own figs.
Oh yeah, because once you start producing your own things, um, you know, you're always. I don't think many people say to themselves, "How can we limit this?"
Yeah.
Right? People are saying, "How can we expand this?" So many of my things are full CMF printing. I don't
Hmm.
know. I'm trying to think. Out of my entire collection of figures that I've made, I think there's maybe only two that don't have arm printing. No, never mind. Clea does. Clea does. I think the only one that doesn't is my Mon Mothma from
Mm.
my first wave, because it was like a gown. How are you supposed to print on
Hmm.
that? How are you supposed to print that?
Yeah.
So that was fine without arm prints. And even now, I don't know if I can really add much arm print for it. Um, so I'm always thinking on how to expand it versus Lego. They need to shave corners because they are producing all these other things that they don't do too much arm printing or even like leg printing for especially their Marvel sets.
Yeah.
My lord, Marvel fans are suffering under Lego for real.
Same
Um,
with DC.
yeah, DC.
We're
You mean Batman?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. You're
You
right,
mean
King.
the
Go on.
Batman theme? What?
Dude, it's
And the one Superman
crazy.
set every 2 years.
And it's just the same set but just re-variated. Like it's either
Superman
Big
versus
Mac or
Lex
Little Mac.
Luthor,
Yep.
Mac. And then 2 years later, Superman versus Lex Luthor micro battles, or like
It's so
Mike
dumb.
Mighty Micros, or like whatever. So it's always, how can I expand on this? So, I mean, first thing that comes to mind is like clones.
Mhm.
They included arm printing for Rex, but I think that's really sup Tom. But I think that's really,
Tom,
I mean,
I love you.
unless I'm missing one, I think that was that, or maybe like one other that they had arm printing on a clone, beyond Rex. But like but like that's it. But there's no others, So and now we've got GCC. We've got these brands that are making clone arms to expand on that. I myself, I had even got like a ton of white arms or whatever. I don't want to fiddle with printing my own, but someone else who was printing some clone arms, I just said, "Yo, bro, I'll like pay you however much. Just make me like 40 pairs." And they said, "Okay." So, just whatever. And even now it's like these clones with like boots. Well, I have my own means of production. I'll just spray my own boots. I'll just print my own legs and just make my own little upgrades for my clones. Right. So it's, so yeah, I'll see Lego figures all the time. It's, like we could have expanded here, could have expanded here, could have expanded here. But, to them, they need to conserve their resources for other things versus us brands. We can focus on these things and we can expand them. So I really like that, that we're just really able to do that because I come from this from a full collector's perspective.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what drives me a lot to make my things of what do I want in my collection. So
I like that. Wow. So with that being said, you and I are both DC fellows, I believe, and you said it, the nail on the head there. It's just like straight up Lego Batman now. There's nothing else to it for the most part. Like you said, maybe like the one alternate Superman set once every other year. And you've been with your Supergirl. That's not the, I can't think of the term I'm looking for, but not the overglaze. But I would be willing to say that you and a few others are kind of like leading the charge on the custom Lego DC market for the modernized style. You got a lot of guys that were doing like the video game, kind of how they were doing for the TCS customs to get them in a case and make them look a certain way. But what you're doing is you're taking inspiration from the comics too and translating that and making what we need, because Lego dropped the ball last year. Hell, for goodness sakes, we had what's that milk bone advertising stuff for Superman? Like, even you had the Kibler's cookie going out on their advertising. You had everyone and their brother, but Lego's like, you know what? Nah, man, we're not doing that. But yet you'll make a Fantastic Four set. And I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while, but didn't Superman perform better in the theaters than Fantastic Four did?
I think so, but also Lego's already got an existing license with like Marvel.
Yeah.
So versus having to get a new license with Warner Bros, DC Studios, that kind of thing. And I think I'd heard this from someone in the community. I don't know if I'm able to share who at all, but I heard it from somewhere. Lego acquires like 10 to 15 licenses, like IPs, a year. Right, which is an insane amount. I always thought it was like maybe like 5, but like 10 to 15 a year is insane. So I just wish one of them would be DC Studios.
I know.
So, but I also kind of hope it's not DC Studios, because then if they do, then and they make a Superman, then that instead of us coming out with our own, we're making more upgrade kits for it.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. And also it may deter people from making a better one. But I don't think anyone could have deterred the amount of custom Superman figures that came out last year.
Dude,
my God, like everyone and their mother made a custom Superman figure. Yeah. I think by the end of it, I think the last I heard, I think it was like 14 different brands or something like that made a custom Superman figure. Holy cannoli.
There was
yikes.
I ordered one Superman, and I'm still waiting on it to come in. I'm even still waiting to hear anything. I've emailed them like 4 or 5 times because it said the lead time was going to be like 3 to 5 months, for the making and everything. and it's been way past 3 to 5 months, and I'm like, at this point, it's like just give me my money back. It's like I just want it, and I genuinely don't think it's coming. So sad raw there, but I was
well. You can wait for next year. I mean, Supergirl this
yes,
year. Man of Tomorrow comes out next year. You can bet I'm
dude.
interested. You can bet I'm interested.
I can't wait for next year. I'm excited for this year because
This year will be sick.
this year's gonna be something, dude. I got to give you the full on tour of Cleveland and show you everywhere they filmed.
You do. So we're gonna be seeing Supergirl day 1 in theaters.
So are we doing a Friday or a Thursday?
Whichever. So
It was.
I think we were looking at because I think they said that it was the 26th though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So 26th is a Friday. So
Yep. And then with any cinema big release like that, they're gonna do a showing at Thursday at
like
7.
Thursday, yeah. So yeah. So we may do Friday. So then
Yep.
drive over Thursday, Friday, do Cleveland things, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, more Cleveland things. So, but gonna have all the Supergirls with us.
Yo, that's gonna be peak. That's gonna be so exciting.
So they just wrapped up production on the hair. They just got to do like the gradient spray. So we had a test of that yesterday. So and then Crypto as well. They've been doing the face printing on him and everything.
Oh man.
So we've got the mouth perfect practically, and then I think the eyes is just like one tiny adjustment to where we are fully satisfied with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll be full production too, practically.
Dude.
So
That's gonna be my pocket fig for the rest of the year.
I'm very proud of Supergirl. I think she's come out very, very nice. Crypto too. My God. That's them from a Buffalo Wild Wings conversation.
B-dubs always
back in October. Because I was thinking like, man, I really want to do Crypto. But I was thinking, how am I going to do them? Because all these other brands, every time they've made one, it's just like standing dog. And that was it. And I wanted something more. Because if you can't be first, you got to be better. So I'm always trying to think of how can I further expand this? How can I make it above and beyond? Yeah. And I just was not going to be happy with just a standing Crypto. So so my initial thought was do it almost like a Lego horse where you can like rear up kind of thing. That was my first thought. But then I was thinking like that's going to be so complicated because I think the Lego horse is like 5 different parts. Yeah. You've got like your front like leg part, your back leg part, and then you've got like the head and then the 2 body parts that squish it all together. That's 5 parts. And I was not interested in that. That seemed super complicated. I thought there's got to be a better way. And I was with my parents, and one of them said like, oh, well, what if you say you don't want one standing one? What if you just had different poses? So you did like a standing one, you did a flying one, you did like a sitting one. I thought, man, that's going to be so much work to do just 3 of them. Ideally, I want it to be more. So then I was thinking like the Scooby-Doo, like a rotating head or something. I thought, well, you could just do the different, like just treat it like Scooby-Doo. You got your different poses and you just exchange the head. So then that way you can have a different expression on a different dog. Yeah. So, and then at that point, I mean, it's 6 parts, but it's really 9 combinations. So instead of just 3 dogs, you could have 3 dogs 9 different ways. So we just kind of went with that, and and then it's just all right. In the final product, we'll just also include 3 capes, and then you just get 3 dogs. So that's what we went with. So that's huge undertaking. My lordy, yeah.
Dude, that's just wild that it happened off of a BW3 combo.
Yeah,
those hit.
They hit. So, but very proud of how he's come out. Lot of work, especially just printing on the face because it's such a small area. Yeah. He looks a lot bigger in the photos. He is not. Bro is small.
Small
So
boy.
I've got him right here, actually.
Oh, we're going full screen here. Oh.
Come on, come on.
There it is.
There we are. So here's
Oh,
kind of like the test mold of him. So come on. Oh wait, if I put it here, here we are.
I like
So
that you did the ear perfectly too.
yep. So and he's got his little logo on his cape. So it's a little bit hard to see, but here let's put him next to. Here we'll scooch him over. Perfectly Lego compatible too. So
That's great.
So I mean, he's got a stud on his back, so you can fit a thing there. It's got a hole in it as well for a bar. The neck piece is a bar, so you can fit like, I don't remember if Grogu's head fits a bar, but you can fit like a Grogu head on there if it fits a bar. So here it is next to a figure, and you can also see the Supergirl cape.
Yo, that's such great scaling.
So and it is the soft texture of the cape. You can kind of see it a little bit. It's the soft
spongy
texture of the cape. Yep, spongy cape, which not to my knowledge, could be totally wrong on this. Lego doesn't print on the spongy capes, nor do customs brands. Anytime somebody needs to print on a cape, it's that more starchy
rigid
kind of fabric. That's so common. That's like the older fabric that Lego used. So I think we are one of, if not the only, customs brand that has the ability to print on the soft spongy capes. So
that's cool.
Very, very cool. So super happy with it. So it's very cool. Super excited for her to come to me. So and be able to ship that out before the movie airs, so people can ideally have them in hand by the time they go see the movie. So,
dude,
for U.S. domestic customers, for sure, ideally.
There we go. Got it.
We'll
Got
have
to
to
hit
see
it
about
with
international.
International might be tricky.
International may be just a little bit tricky, but very, very excited. And it's our first box figure, too.
Oh.
So we'll have boxes. Yeah, that was a process as well. So never made a box before. Did it for this. So it'll be very similar to like this Lego box, where it'll have the oh come on there. You
kind of like the keychain.
Yeah, or then so it'll have like the little half circle thing. You can like lift it up and it's in there. So it'll be pretty cool.
Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. And then you're also doing a Brick World exclusive variant too.
Yep, Snyder cut.
That's gonna be good.
Black outfit. So we've only made, I think, by end it'll only be like 150. So we'll have to see. And then it comes with, so it's the Crypto and Supergirl combined. Crypto will have 3 whole new expressions, exclusive newspaper print as well. Crypto has like the regular newspaper. In the Brick World Chicago one, it's the one that he soils.
In the trailer.
Yeah, so it's the one that he soils. I thought that was hilarious.
I know.
So, yep. And then we'll also have very limited amount of white alts of the black alt that we'll put towards Bricklink. Not Bricklink. Brickworld will have 2 charities happening at Brickworld, a silent auction and then like a live auction. So we're going to put one in each of those, and then we'll maybe do like a site auction as well. So yeah, but that'll go towards charity, of course. All of my auctions go towards charities.
That's beautiful.
100% proceeds. So that'll be very excited for that.
Let me do something for you here, because you know here at Austin Bricks, we're pretty big on the charity runs. So,
we are,
and game recognizes game, so I got to give you one of these.
Thank you. So yeah, I tuned in for that one charity run that you did back in the winter. So that was very cool. So glad to meet the goal so early as well.
I know.
Very, very cool. Shows us some kind members of the community still.
I know. Because of when we did the Simple Man, thanks the Melnick, he gave us a lot of the consent to be able to use all their images and stuff for the marketing. He did not have to do that. Very, very kind fellow there.
Mhm.
And we, I said, if we hit $1,000, I'll shave my head bald. And Oswald became a thing, and only 3 hours in. And it's just crazy to think, even after like the match we got from St. Jude and all their partners, we raised over $11,000 within
That is
24 hours.
insane.
That's, what I gotta do is stop putting the bar so low, because because it just, and then it's like, oh man, so how do we hype it up more now? But yeah, like you said, the community really knows how to really show up for those events, and
Oh yeah.
it's a very beautiful thing.
Mhm.
Be able to do some good works. We all like our plastic, but if we can like plastic and do something,
Do good.
do some good with it, like Clark would want.
Being good is the real punk rock.
It is. It really is. And I'll have to show you that apartment area, like the complex they used as a template, because they did all that filming in Atlanta, but they took like they shut down the whole road for like 2 or 3 days to get like a huge 3D scan of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember being on the phone with Kennedy. I was like, dude, I just got into my car, but Cleveland is no longer Cleveland. He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, it's literally Metropolis right now. Because you would walk into downtown square, you had the Metropolis city flag up. I'm like, yo, this is so weird.
Yeah.
And the Guardians it wasn't the Cleveland Guardians, is the Metropolis Meteors. I'm like, where? I'm like, yo, because they didn't publicly announce they were filming in Cleveland. So I was just kind of walking around one day, and it caught me all off. I'm like, whoa. And then it was just really neat. And I think they're coming back briefly for Man of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I know they got the tax credit because that was in our newspaper a couple weeks ago. But,
they are.
When that's going to be, no idea. So big shout out to my sister. She's the one that does all that recon for me, because she works right down in downtown. So she knows exactly where everything's at. But yeah, we'll definitely take it all to the spots. And there's one really good restaurant / bar type environment where David Cornsweet and the entire cast and directors crew all went out to eat, because it's like a bar around the kitchen. And I was just kind of sitting there. I'm like, man, why do they have a picture of David Cornsweet under the wall? And I'm like, why is that? They go, well, he came here to eat like every Tuesday. I'm like, every Tuesday? And they're like, yeah. Do you want to go sit in the chair he sat in? I'm like, oh, please. And they have like a little gold plaque engraved on the chair where all of them sat.
That's cool.
And apparently, like, one of the waiters, the trailer just kind of like dropped at this point, or like the teaser. So they're actively filming. And apparently he's like us, really big fan. And he was too scared to go out and talk to him. So the manager's like, hey, this guy here is a big fan. Would you like want to take a picture with him? And he's like really friendly, like, oh yeah, of course. And so the story goes, as soon as the guy walked out and saw him, he just passed out. I'm like, and then apparently, he got like a selfie with him passing out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
On the floor. So he got his picture, but that's just that reminds me of, like, at the Flash behind the scenes.
Yeah, like the gravestone.
Grant Gustin doing it's very much like that core energy. Just this dude just passed out, and you see David Cornsweet. They have that picture framed inside the restaurant, which is great.
That's crazy.
And that's just but yeah, we'll be sure to take you there. And with that being said, this is, do you ever, other than like the super family, like the super cousins, and is there like your dream rap sheet? What would be your dream DC characters to try and do
to make?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've already got them. So I've already got designs for them. They're coming out. So we've got the Star Wars Wave 4, then we've got Dispatch, Star Wars Wave 5, and then we'll have comics. So that'll be a mix of Marvel, mix of DC. So that'll be so we'll do that, and then we'll kind of just keep on doing whatever we're doing. But the one that I really want to do, which is on the list, Huntress.
Oh,
So super stoked to when we finally get to her. Custom molded mask hair, custom cape with like the white trim as well. So I think it's based more off of the Hush Comics run. So very excited for her. So she'll be up there as one of my favorites.
That's great.
So, and then got her. Got a good person to pair with her as well. And then we'll have a duo as well. Another duo, and that'll kind of be the DC Comics for that wave. So 4 total people, 3 molds. And then so that'll be it for the DC. Then we'll have a little bit of Marvel as well, which I'm also super excited for the Marvel customs there. So that'll be for the Marvel comics. Super excited about that. And then also working on some 1990s Batman stuff. Schumacher films.
That's gonna be awesome.
So very stoked for that. So we'll have like the Batman and Robin suits from 1997, Batman and Robin. We'll do the Batgirl as well, the antifreeze outfits for them. They made an antifreeze Batman, which probably my favorite Batman fig of all time. I absolutely love it. I keep them right up here. So, and this is the only thing where Lego missed is just that arm.
Yep.
It's just the arm printing. Otherwise, he's perfect.
Yep.
Perfect down to the last minute detail, minus the arms. So he just needs some arms, and he's perfect. And he is up there as favorite fig of all time. So, man, I love him. Love him. So I need some arms for him. Need to make the antifreeze outfits for Robin and Batgirl. And they're doing these with the Legacy of the Dark Knight game, but they definitely need upgraded. So the Robin, give him the tall legs. Chris O'Donnell, he is regular figure size. Not short, not a shortstop, from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So give him some tall legs, give him better hair. That hair doesn't really fit Chris O'Donnell. Batgirl, she needs toe printing. She did not have toe printing in the shots that we've seen of her. And then, of course, give her the blonde hair, give her, Alicia Silverstone. So treat her well as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, really just kind of brainstorming. Yeah, short round. My bad. I knew I wasn't grabbing it. I just had to say something, CPA. Short round. That was it.
Yeah, come on. See?
But, yeah, so give them some proper treatment. I've even got a build now for the Batman Forever Batmobile. So we're going to sell some printed parts for it, instructions for an upgrade to make your own Batman Forever Batmobile from 1995, Batman Forever. We'll do that. Looking at possibly Batboat, Batwing, Redbird motorcycle, Batman and Robin, the Bathammer, Batman and Robin. I don't know. Man,
you're following Lego doing the Lego DC, just straight up Lego Batman. I'm joking with you.
I know. So
Batman just has so much you can do.
I know. And the villains. Oh, we're gonna do all the villains too.
Riddler?
And I've got a very high class, excellent designer who's gonna be working on the villains. So we're gonna be working on the heroes, and then big time designer working on the villains. So we're talking Riddler, Two-Face, Bane, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, all of them. Definitive editions.
That's going to be great.
I know.
Do you think there's ever a world where we could see PTC leading a charge for an absolute Batman fig?
Nah.
Oh, man. Kennedy, we'll get this one day.
There are some other brands doing absolute Batman. So that's fine. I haven't read the comics for Absolute Batman. The
They're
Absolute
great.
Wonder Woman looks interesting, but not knowledgeable about Absolute Batman, so probably not gonna work on that. I'll let some other people work on that. I'm gonna work on the Schumacher films. That's what I'm gonna
There you
work on.
go.
So it's what I grew up with. So you know, it's Ice to Meet You, Batman, or What
Nice
Killed the
movie.
Dinosaurs? The Ice Age. You know?
The classic lines in
Classic.
that.
Apparently they're hated. What?
It's like some people are like, you know, it's like
Like they're a little.
You have to remember.
You know?
Yeah, but you gotta remember the time frame in which they were made, too.
Right. So, well, and I guess in an interview, Schumacher had said, you know, Batman Forever was, you know, a movie he made, you know, to make a movie, you know, to make a Batman movie. And then Batman and Robin was a movie he made to sell toys. I think somewhere I'd heard something kind of along that line, which it's, yeah, little bit. You know, it's very toy-esque. But man, it's so cool, that stuff. So definitely very, very cool that it's getting some love in Legacy of the Dark Knight. So very happy to kind of take a stab at them to try to bring it to life.
Sure.
So, man, even if I get one sale, I'm gonna be happy I made them. So, and that's the goal of which one as a creator. You know, you never. Yeah, I think about money and sales and things. I love to make money. I'd love to make money. You know, all the money goes right back into itself. You know, to make the next thing. But I don't ever make something because I feel like I have to make it to get funds. I only ever make a thing that I'm super passionate about. That I think I can really expand on, make it my own, make it cool. So I always try to go all out with everything I can to make it the best it can possibly be.
So, with that being said, you kind of told us how you know, Printer Toner Customs got started briefly. But I always want to know if you'd be willing to elaborate more of, you know, during your first time doing production of, you know, just the overall, your first experience. Because, you know, I'm sure a lot of people like me love the show how it's made. You know, what were, you know, when you first got your first idea, hey, this is what I want to do. What were some of the roadblocks and things of that nature that you were like, man, that almost kind of discouraged you from wanting to continue?
Roadblocks. There definitely was no shortage. They were plentiful. I was a farm for them. They always sprouted. Initially, I don't know how well it's public anymore, but initially when I was starting, I wanted to do the blue Bale outfit from Revenge of the Sith. That was it. That's what I wanted to do. And so I wanted to do that. And so that was in my mind. And someone else in the community went by Ziwi. No longer in the community anymore. They had posted a thing. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be making this one. So I'm like, crap, that's what I want to make. So I reached out to them. I'm like, hey, like I would love to make this. You know, what if we took a stab at it together? You know, you're a designer. You know, you have a bit more knowledge on how to make this stuff. I would love to either, whether it's funding or providing things, like I want to make this. We ended up working a little bit together. So I was heavily inspired by Mayday when making my things, doing the cards with how that was formatted, you know, crediting all the people involved. Doing that kind of stuff. So initially that's what we were kind of doing. And they were like, oh, like, I want to do this. The Chancellor's when he's on the invisible hand in Revenge of the Sith in that gray outfit, you know, I want to do that one. So I said, great, you know, that's cool. Cause you know, I want to do Blue Bale, but I don't want to sell one product. because who's going to want to buy one product and pay $5 in shipping? When you can buy two products and pay $5 in shipping. So I was thinking, all right, well, what's like another one? And I thought, well, Mon Mothma, we'll do that. So we just kind of went at it like that. ZWE had made a render for Bale. It was a design, not up to my standards.
It wasn't
not up to my standards at the time. And even wave one, and I had high standards. Well, at least higher than what I was given. So I reached out to High Ground, and we had collaborated, and I had commissioned the designs from him for Mothma and Bale. Got back the things, and so Bale was a very much co-design with High Ground and my own. I was also learning the process, so like 20% of it was from ZWE, mostly just like the wrinkles on like the legs was practically ZWE's work, and then the face was High Ground really, and then a lot of the arms was my own work, a lot of the chest was my own work, in that kind of stuff. So it was very much a co-design, hodgepodge of everything. So, and then much of the Mothma one, much of that was fully High Ground. There wasn't a whole ton that I felt was really needing improvement on it. So, but did that. And then we had to find a printer. And Z was like, oh, well, we could go with like this one brand. But they were kind of charging out the wazoo. And we're like, no, we can't do that. We can't sell it reasonably. And then there was another brand who was interested, but they would want part of the stock.
Oh.
No, I want to sell it. I want to sell my thing. I don't want to make it and you sell it for me. I'm the one who I want to get a website. I want to do all this on my own. So weren't doing that. And then ZB said, oh, well, what about this one brand? Well, this one brand went through a couple rebrands, and they did not have the greatest reputation with the community. So I was, and they said they would cover like 50% of the costs if they kept 50% of the profit. And I said, no, I'm not interested in that either. And also because it was a not reputable brand that as a consumer I was aware of, and I did not want that attached to me because it was a first-time product. You've got one chance to get a first impression, and I did not want it with that other brand attached. I felt that would hinder it. So I said, no, I'm not interested. ZWE said that they were going to go ahead with it for their Palpatine. I said, cool, you can do that. I am not. I will do Bale. And Mothma, we'll figure something else out. And I think it was ZWE who got in contact with Faza Minifigs that then I got into contact with. We had a discussion. We were able to go through them for a commission for printing. So went with that. Showed a lot of promise. Great quality as well. And then Faza rebranded to Raiz. And then so we went through with printing for that. And then some stuff kind of came out about ZWE. They didn't become that reputable, which hurt me a lot because I'm partnered with them on this. Well, now what? So, but as we were kind of separating it out, and they were kind of leaving the community, I said, hey, you want to keep Palpatine, keep Palpatine. I wasn't that interested. I want to keep Bale. And they said, go for it. So we split. So no longer working together, now just me. So, and then they fell off the face of the earth. Their Palpatine never made it out. So continued on with my Bale, Mothma, got those printed. Couple delays with during the process. I don't think too many. I think the hair took a little bit of time because it was a custom hair too for Mothma, which I didn't have much say in that. I was thinking about doing a custom hair, and Rice was generous enough, said, "Hey, I had a model because I was thinking of this, but I'll just let you handle it. So here's the model that I have. Just go for it." So thankful that he just gave it to me. And then had to hire someone to alter it a little bit because it wasn't to my liking.
Sure.
But it was a base model. It wasn't like starting fresh. So from what I was given to the final wasn't too different. But it wasn't like I made the model or anything or commissioned someone else to do it. It was, hey, I was given this. We'll make a couple adjustments. Looking back at it now, I would have done it differently for sure. So I like the one that Minifig Closet recently completed. So that's very nice. Yeah, I did that. And then going through with the cards, that was a huge roadblock because I wanted to try to find someone local, try to support somebody local. And for the cards for Bale and Mothma, and they charged out the wazoo for it, for the amount of cards I was looking at, but at the time I didn't know what the price the cards went for. So like accepted it. And then it was just delay after delay after delay after delay after delay. I ordered them back in like November. And so they said, oh yeah, we'll have it done in like 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks came and went, and they were busy and they had other things. And then another 2 weeks came and went, and they said it'd be done by Christmas. And then it wasn't. And then it was January, still going through the process. February, still going through like January and February, still going through the process with them. And it's like I had to find somebody else. Yeah. So went online, found somebody else to do my cards. Much cheaper price, much better quality job. But I had to push back my release because they didn't have the cards. Because that one place just took longer than forever with it. So I had to tell them, hey, that's it. Like, I'm done. I want a refund. I paid you my money. I still don't have cards. I want a refund. And that's not oh, well, we have it. Like, you can come pick it up. I said, no, I don't want them. No, I want a refund. You said it would be completed by this time. It was not. I want a full refund, and that is it. Yeah. So they said, okay, well, like we could give like you your money back, but you need to come in and pick up the check.
Yeah.
So, but we're only open until like 5 p.m. though. Why work until 4:30? And by the time I got there, it'd be like 5:30. So I said, all right, that's fine. I will send my chief financial officer over to go pick them up. So they will handle it. They said, okay. So I called up my then girlfriend, now fiance. I said, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you go pick up this check? So she said, okay, I will. So she went over. Yeah, you're my chief financial officer, by the way. Very professional. I don't want them to know that we're just like running out of our basement, practically. Yeah. We are an official business. So she went, she picked it up. So she was able to pick that up, come back, and that was a huge roadblock. So then when we finally got the cards in, it was wonderful. I was able to pack them all up, send them out. And we had sold half of them within the first week, which is that's pretty good for a first wave ever. So with really I would say no big names. We had some names. Hydron Figs, he was at least established enough in the community. Faza Rais had, I think at that point, 1 wave sold, maybe 2. And then that was really it. We didn't have big brands or names, resharing our things, selling, collabing with us on these things for that reach. So I relied a lot on the influencers, Barrix, Simon, Minifig Merc, these names. And they did all amazing jobs with reviewing them, the photography. So it was all very, very cool to see it come to life. Never thought I'd make it, that it would do as well as it did. I was just happy I made something. And then it went really, really good. So I thought, okay, well, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? And it just kind of went on from there. So, yeah, would not have thought it would grow to be this. So, never in my wildest dreams.
And hey, that's what we like to hear. We picked the right guy.
So always do my best to continue to impress. So
that's all we can do.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So, and another question, it was actually from someone that saw it up on the good old the Graham story, the only individual. His question was, well, first it was like a small little bit because apparently that little thing only allows you like a certain amount of characters. So he sent me a DM, and I hope I'm able to put it in a phrase because it was kind of chip choppy, in that DM he sent. But in the world of influencers being able to promote your guys' work, not just yours, but also all the others custom creators, you have any tips on those who want to get started to be able to be in that shoe and to properly promote and do well?
As an influencer?
Yeah.
My biggest thing is find what makes you unique and continue to do that. Mm-hmm. Being able to stand out is like 3/4 of the battle. Sure. How many like influencers or like reviewers are out there with your white infinity wall, couple pictures of a figure, paragraph of a review, and that's it. How many people are out there doing that? Quite a couple. So with, Minifig Merc stands out because he's built this whole system around this, along with like including those reference photos, his layouts and everything.
Yeah.
There's like 5 comment parts, very, very in-depth stuff. And I read through every single one of them about my figures. I'm always looking through every single comment. I'll highlight the whole thing, put it in a text-to-speech, and I'll listen to it on my way to work. So that in-depth review, his layout, and also that he's built his brand over this whole thing over however many years, however many figures, so that's really helped him. CPA Fall, his reels and his photos, how he'll have especially like my Spider-Man, he had like a chopped image kind of layout thing, almost like a comic.
Yeah. Give me a 2000s movie poster.
Yeah, his reels that he does for LAN. The first one that comes to mind is when he did that Pokemon set with like the Charizard, and he was putting him on like the Charizard stand, and of course the structure to hold Charizard's got to go through Charizard. It was just in a very unfortunate area, and so he had like a goat scream or something. Or or the way he opens his boxes, the box cutter just slashes through the box and rips it open.
Yeah,
like a 4-year-old on Christmas Day with a box cutter. It's very unique. No other person's out there ripping their boxes like that, or grabbing a Sharpie and sharpieing their Sauron helmet to make it more silvery, or putting Lego studs on the back of F1 drivers. Right?
Booty cheeks.
Yeah. So. So that really stands him out a lot. His effect work and cutting work and everything in his reels, with that kind of stuff. Someone recent in the community that started doing reviews is Polaris Fix, I think. The way how they have their layout with like a header with like a color specified to the character. Where they showed up in references and more references and professional photography, that kind of stuff. So, and these are just initial ones that come to mind. Ricks with his little skits that he does.
Yep.
No one else is doing skits like that. Little funny skits that he does with the characters with little camera zoom ins and the occasional motion thing and like that kind of thing. Just little fun little things. Just find something that makes you unique and stand out and just do that consistently. Doesn't have to be every day, doesn't have to be, every week, but hey, there you go. So
Who would have thought?
there you go. But find something that makes you stand out, unique, and just consistency, persistency. So just keep on doing that, and just have a schedule. You can miss one or two kind of thing, but try to stick to a schedule so people can expect it.
Yeah.
So just something like that. Just find something that makes you.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
is this a true statement?
So not supposed to be public, CPA. We'll handle this later.
Oh man, you're in trouble.
Bro's in trouble. I hold Future Fix hostage. If you don't get my reel done in 3 business hours, you are done. You are cut off from talking.
This is CPA right now.
Yeah.
Just straight up, just like, oh boy, boss man's not happy, But okay. So the Brick Bulbasaur has a question for you. He says, question for PTC. I've noticed that some of the upcoming figs, especially Dispatch, have a ton of accessories. How does this affect the price?
So, because one of the big identifiers with my brand is accessories, and I love them because I think it really enhances the experience. Because it all stemmed from I would buy a custom. And again, this is all from a collector's consumer standpoint. That's what my brand is based from, a consumer collector standpoint. I would buy a Jedi figure or a clone figure, and it wouldn't come with a lightsaber. It wouldn't come with a blaster. Or, so many clones these days don't have their head. Every time I buy a clone, I need to go to Bricklink and buy a clone head to replace it with. And now I have 200 black heads, which thankfully I could use it for my custom figures. But so I was just so sick of buying these custom figures and needing to buy things to complete them. So a lot of it stems from like action figures. You buy an Anakin Skywalker action figure, he comes with his lightsaber.
Yeah.
He comes with like 2 additional hand poses. You buy a clone, he comes with 2 different blasters. So it all stems from that I want to have accessories with my figures.
Yeah.
So some accessories cost more than others. Like the postcards with Padme, dependent on it. So relatively speaking, could be a little bit more costly, could be a little bit less costly. I think the Geonosis card was only like 3 colors. But like the Supergirl postcard is like 9 or something. It's ridiculous.
Can't wait for that.
That was rough. Or like the sword. The sword is a whole injection molded piece. And not just injection molded. It has printing on the bottom of the sword, printing on the handle of the sword, which is sprayed, printing on the sword blade, the gold on the sword blade. Really kitted out accessory. The Luthen knife had a white blade because I wasn't satisfied with just a green one. All of the printed tiles with Luthen's Star Path unit, the Clea control boards, the Mortis tiles, all of that kind of stuff. So it's all accounted for in the cost of the figure.
Yeah.
So, but how many other custom Cleas or Luthens are out there that I may have to compete with? So how can we be better? And if there's, a Luthen or Clea with their accessories, one without, and they're going for darn near the same price point, minus maybe a couple bucks more for, to account for that. And also typically we have more printing coverage as well. It's a much more well-rounded figure. So much more is included with it for only a couple bucks more than this other one. That, so I try to make sure everything is as affordable as I possibly can.
Sure.
While still, of course, being able to make money to put towards future figures.
Yeah.
So much of this business has just been my own investments into it and also what it's made. So we are really doing what we're doing because of the community, and we're clearly doing something right. Because first release was March 1st of last year, and I had 1,000 followers, Brick World Chicago last year. Now we're close to like 4,800, 4,900 or so, like nearly 5,000. We may have 5,000 by the time Brick World Chicago rolls around this year. So I don't know too many other brands that have grown like that in a year.
Right, grown like wildfire.
Like, we're clearly doing something right. So I'm very, very proud of what we're doing. So anytime I'm able to include a blaster or a fun postcard, or even just something fun like the Chancellor plaque with Valorem, the little gold Chancellor plaque, that was inspired from the Skywalker saga, just like a little like short scene or something from one of the cutscenes. So, and then even with the Chancellor Palpatine, we're coming out with Wave 4, where's the Chancellor plaque with a little like red mark through it and written like Emperor above it. Like, that's just like a fun little thing I thought would be super cool to include. So everything's all factored in. We try our best to still make sure that it's all just still affordable and everything. So, but I'm very proud with the prices that we've got. Even crypto. There are other custom print that have made the crypto that sold just like his little standing pose for $50. We've got 3 unique heads, 3 unique bodies, including 3 capes, printed capes with rotating heads, interchangeable heads, fully customizable, with the card in the box, with the newspaper, with the other postcard, I believe. All so for 9 different combinations, all for $60. So much more than these other brands, or relatively the same price point, $10 more, 20% more than this other brand, or these other brands that are selling these at the same price point, and you just get so much more with ours. People have said it's the best figure of 2026, like the definitive version. People want comic book, alternate versions of him too. Because right now this is based off the movie, but people are wanting comic book versions. Just very, very proud of that. So yeah, it's all factored in, but with the total overall price of it, it's all still very affordable with everything that comes with it. So I just think it very much rounds out the figure very nicely. It's, you get your block of wood for Pinewood Derby, shoving your axles, your wheels, boom, all right, here's Clone Slop number 56, version 50.
I will say, as we're talking about this, your drop coming for Supergirl and Crypto, dude. I have a little like a UV resistant display box with my top 5 figs of all time. Supergirl's gonna be in there, 100%, without a doubt. Because I've told you my love for the comic, like that.
Oh
comic. Yeah. That thing came with me in every field exercise. Like, that cover for that, omnibus is just completely just faded. It's either you just see like a little bit of her holding the sword and it's just like all white. Yeah, it's been through. I just love it, and I was like, finally, I'm glad that someone's doing this, and for a little bit of transparency, last year you and I were talking about doing a little bit of something for a little something movie, and kind of going on the accessories that just harked back to, we were like, oh yeah, we gotta do a mug, because there's a scene where you just,
Yeah.
cape,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. It's like, huh? And I'm sure we could still work something out, because back then, things were a little bit tighter, and now things
next
are
year, man,
bit...
and tomorrow we'll have another shot.
We're running it for next year for sure, because now we're in a better spot. And dude, I tell you what, it's just great seeing your love and everything for all of this, and it's very apparent. And I've talked to, I would say, well into dozens of people such as yourself in the custom creator space, and very limited few have the passion that you do, and that's
well, thank you.
Yeah, and it's very, very nice to see. And people could say, "Oh, this dude's just glazing." I'm like, "No, I've talked to you enough over the last year, and it's like, man, this is pretty good." And that brings me into my next question. Might be one of our last questions of the night, because I have to work again tonight at the
I've been
second
talking
job.
Too much.
You're totally fine. I was just thinking, I'm like, dude, I would love to do a part 2 here, like next week or something, because it's like, I kid you not, I probably have a list of 84 questions on here that I would just. I do that for everybody.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Okay.
No, well, you sound like you had another serious question. So
yeah. So the time where you and I first met in the flesh in 3D was last year at Brick World 25. What are your big plans for this year's Brick World? Maybe not as like a business standpoint, but as someone who's just going to have a little bit of fun too, because for you it is kind of business. What are going to be some things that you're hoping to do to have fun? Is it going to be the new go-kart building next door, or what's that gonna? What are you looking forward to the most for?
Honestly, just seeing everyone. Last year, at the point that I went, I had only sold 3 figures: Bale, Mothma, and Geopadme. That was it. And I went in, and people were already kind of like recognizing me a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how do you know me? Like, there's so many moments where I feel like I'm such a small fish in a very large ocean. And then there are other times where I feel like I am a very big fish in a small pond. It very much fluctuates a lot. People will compare me to other brands that, again, from a consumer standpoint, I've always looked up to.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, like, it's so crazy to think that I'm comparable to these other brands. So it's very humbling in that experience. So I always try not to let it get to my head of, oh, well, I'm Mr. Big Shot now. I always try not to let it get to me like that. But what I'm definitely most excited for is now establishing myself more, going into Brick World and knowing people more, knowing more of these people. I wasn't too well versed in like the influencer space. This year I more am. Plus, I know more people who are going to be in attendance. Last year was my first time also meeting Stud Academy Luke, Mike and Ike. Was not given the opportunity to meet CPA Fall, but this year we will be meeting up. Different brands, different influencers, that kind of stuff. So definitely excited to see everyone again, meeting new people as well. I live for Brick World Chicago.
Me too.
Because there's not too many other people I can just talk to about Lego, and they'll know what I'm talking about. So very, very happy that when I do get to Brick World Chicago, there will be people who will understand what I'm saying. Who I can say, oh yeah, I'm looking for a Samu Kai. Let me know if you find one, or whatever, and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Or talk about, oh, like, did you see this one influencer's video or this one creator's product and compare it to this one Lego minifigure from 2013, and they can just flow with the conversation. So that's what I'm most looking forward to. So just being able to talk to people and finding others who just share the same type of passion in the community. Yeah. So that's what I'm definitely looking forward to.
Absolutely. And it's just going to be a good time, like you said, just seeing everybody again. Because it's like, we all see each other 2D through a computer screen for what, 340 something days out of the year. And now we can actually see each other in the 3D again. And it's like every time, it feels like summer camp, and then when you leave, it's like, oh man, back to the television screen we go, But luckily for you and I, we get like another little IRL fix, because that following weekend we're going to Cleveland.
We're going to see Supergirl.
I know. It's going to be absolutely wild to see that in cinema, and it's going to be I just can't wait. I was talking to Kennedy about it because he was like, oh, you were really hyped up for Superman. I'm like, yeah, I went and saw it like over 20 times in the cinema. And he goes, how many times are you going to see Supergirl? I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to double that number easy, because this is, since it was announced, it definitely it's been between that and Lanterns for the number one spot. Because
we'll have to see how Lanterns does.
I'm excited because my favorite thing about DC has always been the Lantern Corps ever since I was a kid.
Hopefully we see more green in the show.
Yeah, right. Then I hope the suit, at least, when he puts it on, it lights up or something. But
the suit's supposed to come from the ring, though, right? So why, I don't know, why is it just like brown hanging up in a closet? So maybe that was like, I don't know. I'm sure there'll be an explanation in the show. Yep. Was James Gunn directing that? I forget. Or no, somebody else. So we shall see. Because I know he wasn't directing Supergirl, but that still looks super cool. So still seeing that day one. So loved Creature Commandos, loved Peacemaker. Yeah, so loved all that stuff. CPA brought up a really good point. In our own like personal lives, we're all just kind of known as like, oh, they're like the Lego guy. You know? But Brickworld, we're all the Lego guys. So then we just become ourselves practically. So online it's CPA Fall, Minifig Merc, Printer Toner Customs, these brands and images that we've made for ourselves, and then at Brickworld it's just Tony, it's just like whatever, and we're an actual face to the name, and you can talk to them in person. It's always just very refreshing to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to kick back, have a few beers or something, and just talk. And
there's not enough days in Brickworld Chicago to have dinner with everyone.
It needs to be like a month if you want to see everybody.
I bet Mark would love that.
I'm sure he would, honestly.
I don't think he would. I think the week enough is stressful enough for him.
I've been thinking about, I'm gonna reach out to him and do like a big, like a good 4 to 6 hour show hyping up Brickworld here soon.
Yeah, I met up with him a little bit at Brickworld Indie, and he knew me from your charity show that you did back in the winter. So
I heard you saying something about that.
Because I wanted to meet up with him at Indy. And so we did. It took like an hour just to be able to get to him. He was constantly running around.
Did he hit you with the famous walk with me?
So not yet. Maybe one day we'll get there. No, I was catching him in between something. We talked a little bit. I brought up your show, and he was like, oh, yeah, okay. So he kind of recognized me from that. Talked shop a little bit. Selling at Brickworld Chicago as well. Just kind of talked about that kind of stuff, and then he had to go run off. But
do Mark things.
Yep, do some Mark things. So, but swell guy for sure. Mark. So,
what a pure and beautiful heart he has. Just so wholesome and just a very genuinely good guy. Like,
doing it for the love of the game.
Yep, not doing it for the money, And if he was doing it for the money, there'd be more than just like 3 shows a year. It'd be at least a show a month or bi-monthly somewhere.
Yeah. I don't remember all the locations. I know there's a Grand Rapids, Indianapolis, Chicago. There's had to have been more.
I felt like there was one more. Something in me wants to say St. Louis, but I don't think it's St. Louis. I don't know.
These are the ones I'm able to attend. So.
Yeah. I was just trying to recall that myself. Like, which one was it? But or maybe it was just the 3. But that's something out there. Milwaukee, that was it. Brick World, Milwaukee.
Oh, was it?
I think so. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time seeing everybody again and seeing you, of course, and just like you said, and CPA said, we're with our own cut of the cloth. We're no longer the weird, estranged person in the workplace. It's like, oh, this guy just likes Lego, but now it's like, oh, this guy likes it too. Like, you don't have to explain yourself, and that's always nice.
It's tough when I want to explain what I do, but I know, and it's no flame on any other person, when I want to explain what I do and share the passion, but I just know the other person would just not understand. Like a couple people at my work know that I have this kind of side business. Again, this is not my full-time job. I wish it were. Not there yet. So I've got a full-time job, and this I just do in my off hours. Designing, fulfilling items, printing, like all this other kind of stuff. But there are a couple people at my work who know that I do this. They're like, oh, like, have any sales this weekend? I'm like, yep, I've got some sales.
I got a couple.
They're like, oh, like, when's the next drop? Maybe like a month or 2 out. Or like, oh, well, you like make your own things. Don't you like 3D print them or something? No. Not quite 3D print them. A little bit more sophisticated. But like print them, I do. And they're like, oh, like man, like that figure's like expensive. Like I want to pay $50 for that. Like, well, it does have 2 custom molds printed on all surfaces, accessories, cards, and this, or like whatever.
Man, I just want to go up to your coworker and be like, dog, you don't want to know how much I've spent. Like, how much I've spent on all of this is probably. I was talking to my mom about it. She goes, how, she goes, are you ever gonna, like, get out of it type thing? I'm like, oh, absolutely not. She goes, but you have enough. You spend enough money in here, you could have a down payment for a house.
Yeah, but I'm gonna miss out on this one figure that'll never restock, though.
I know.
Man, FOMO is huge in this community.
That's the one thing too. Bless her heart. If I'm working, I'll ask her like, "Hey, could you attend a drop for me?" Or I'll have my brother do it or my sister, someone.
Yeah,
where I'm at.
Yeah,
like wherever I'm working, I have no cell service, so I can't go out on my lunch break and grab one. So it's like, and if you leave the building, like if you even go outside on your lunch break, you're immediately fired, because it's like food sanitation and stuff, and it's like it's not. So it's like there's been a few drops lately where I've had to rip the Band-Aid off it. Yep, never getting those, but
yeah,
it's always fun. But I gotta say it's and the people are like, they're like, oh, you were able to get into the drop. You're lucky. I've been waiting every time to get into. I'm like, dog. Do you know how many times it took us to get good at these drops? Do you know how many times I fumbled ARC Trooper Jesse with GCC?
Clock it.
Like, it's like, some people are, it's like, you can't hate the player. You can't hate the game. It's just how it works. And
it is how it works. So early on, when I was collecting and everything, LC had a drop. It was their like Nanorex Ahsoka, Thrawn, Moss Ameta.
Oh, yep.
Like that kind of wave, and I had to teach then girlfriend, you know, hey, you know, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get everything.
Yeah.
So I sat her down with my laptop. All right, these are the page you have open. I'm going to scream out when they're available, and you just continually click F5 to reload the page. As soon as the button shows up, you click add to cart, go to cart. It's going to autofill in the code, and then you're going to click check out with shop, and hopefully you get it within 20 seconds.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. So I was gunning for Maz and Rebels Ahsoka, I think. And I missed both of them. But got one now. I've got one now. And I picked up a Maz last year at Brickworld Chicago from as well.
Yep.
But I had missed them. But my girlfriend had got the Thrawn pack. So I took her out to dinner, you know. All right, you saved my bacon with it. So I managed to get Thrawn. And then one of the later times was like August. I was in like North Dakota. I was up at some like ranch thing or something. I was on a trip. No Wi-Fi service at all. So, and I was at some like dinner theater thing or something. I don't even know. But I was up there and Tom was dropping LC DC. Yeah, she is a real one. After that, you know, that's why she's my fiance now. She can help.
That's what did it.
My customs drops.
That was the one thing that did it.
We got them. One of the requirements. But I was up at some dinner theater show thing up in North Dakota, no Wi-Fi, and Tom was dropping DC Wave 2 with Dr. Fate, Enchantress.
Yeah.
And
wasn't
like that
Hal
wave.
Jordan in there too?
Might have been.
New 52.
Might have been. I think I've got them right here on my desk, actually, somewhere around here. Yeah, Dr. Fate. He had a helmet. Enchantress. Constantine.
That's
Yep. There's Enchantress. Those are the ones that I'm seeing immediately. But that wave, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got no Wi-Fi. I need to buckle in. I can't, because now I'm at dinner on my phone, you know. So I'm like, Tom, please, you sell my things. Please let me order. And he was just busy with everything. Wasn't able to, but I had messaged then girlfriend. I said, dog, please lock in, in, pull it up on the computer. I want this and this and this and this and this and this and this. So, so she was able to hop in, managed to get them all. So another one. Give me 2 LC drops. So
there's 2 figures I don't have from LC, and it bugs me more than it would love to admit it does, because you know, Attack of the Clones is my favorite Star Wars film. I think a lot of anyone who comes to these shows regularly knows that. And I was so very, very, very fortunate in this past drop to be able to get Anakin.
There you are.
The Episode 2 variant. I was very fortunate to snag that. But when I was doing the drop, I was helping Mr. Bearded out because, you know, he was over in Australia, and, you know, he doesn't know the whole he doesn't know ball yet with these drops. You know, he doesn't know the whole routine. But I think at Brickworld, you know, him and I are getting we were talking today, he might fly into where I'm at, then him and I are going to road trip it to Chicago together. And we're going to hit up all the Walms and stuff like that. And I'm going to take him to you know, this is a pretty commonly known Austin Bricks War nowadays. That the Walmart by me, you can find the footage on YouTube or anywhere you go to watch videos to an extent. One of my best friends, you know, he's a police officer here, and he pulled over someone, and there was a raccoon smoking meth out of a meth pipe in the front seat.
No way. That was your friend?
Yep.
Really? I have seen that video.
Yep. That Walmart that you see him pull into and that mattress room. Yeah. It's like 5 minutes down the road.
That is crazy.
So, you know, I don't know how I got on that tangent, but I was able to secure that Padme for Bearded, and here she is, beautiful, and it's just like the
Very
two of
nice.
them side by side. Gotta get it, and
There you go.
I gotta get one for myself. So if anyone knows of someone who's selling, hit me up, and Mr. Proof, because you know I'm a big fan of Django and Zam, and there's a spot in the comics where someone gets assassinated. And I would love to do a build of that. I was going to try and do it for Brickworld this year, but I'm like, I don't have the fig to do it, so it doesn't make sense for me to try and crack at it. But I'm going to try and get if I see them at Brickworld, and I think it's going to be my best chance, those are going to be the two for sure buys.
You said, what are you looking for again? The metal Padme for?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I'll try to be on the lookout.
I appreciate it, because those are my two most wanted. Just because I'm such an Attack of the Clones fan, I'm a completionist when it comes to that, that film. Because a lot of folks in our age group like Revenge of the Sith a lot, and for me, it's Attack of the Clones because that was the first Star Wars I saw, was that film, and it was that in Return of the Jedi were the first two I saw them as like a double feature.
Mm-hmm.
For my dad. Him and I went to a local theater here that was showing them together. So it's kind of neat. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which I saw first. as long as my memory goes back, I've just always seen them. I know when I was young and I was like being babysitted, the babysitter that I would always be babysat at would only ever let us watch The Phantom Menace because it was the least violent of the six. So we were only ever able to watch that. So we saw that a lot. But yeah. They're all very nice.
Yeah, and I do remember like my first true cinema experience, like, being able to recollect seeing trailers and stuff and to hype on TV of stuff for the movie drop was going to see Revenge of the Sith in theaters. I remember going with my dad and brother, and that I got my first Lego set right after that movie too. It was the Darth Vader transformation.
Oh yeah,
it was like that little $10 set, and I just remember that was really neat because that was the first time I could fully recollect everything leading up to it, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And ironically, 20 odd years, something years later, I was running that movie theater as the GM, and it was it was a whole, and rest in peace, Regal Cinemas, you are missed, even though there's still a couple of you left, but not many. But yeah, that'll kind of wrap it up for tonight. If you have anything else that you want to
add. I've seen a couple questions in chat.
Yeah.
Or maybe we could quickly rapid fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see what we've got. Where to acquire PTC drip? Currently exclusive to me and the fiance. When can we expect Star Wars Wave 4 merch for PTC? Padme's done printing, done molding. I've got all the cards in for Wave 4. Next up, we've got the Leku mold for Ahsoka, I believe completed. We just got to print that, which, my lordy, that's going to be a trip and a half.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be bad.
So many different things you got to print on that. Manufacturer's got all the parts for them. They're going to begin. I've got the Bale capes in as well. It'll be, I think, Bale is next up. And then I think Palpatine's. Those ought to be pretty quick. And then we'll just kind of move into the Ahsokas. That'll pretty much just kind of be that. But likely release in June, hopefully. First up, we had to prioritize Supergirl and Crypto first. So we could try to beat the movie release. So that's what we had to focus on. But those are done printing practically. We just need to do the Crypto faces. But we're still waiting on the boxes for them too. So it's still, hopefully by the time that we get the boxes in, the Crypto faces ought to be completed as well. So they'll time out hopefully end of next week and then take a week to ship to me. I got to send it out to influencers. I got to send it out to the early people, and then we'll be able to drop, I pray, before Big World Chicago, because I do not want to go into that with outstanding orders. I want it to be in hands when people go see the movie. All right, let's see. I know Bathroom hates to see. Okay. PTC, when will you be able to sponsor events or whatnot? I don't really do whatnot. I think it is not the best consumer friendly. I've tried to tune in a couple streams or two where it's like selling Ninjago figures. Like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't mind like the Hands of Time figures, right? Or like Possessed. Like I'd be interested in those. But you compare it to Bricklink prices to what's on Whatnot, and Whatnot just always goes above and beyond like what it goes for on Bricklink. And so I've stopped tuning in. I'm not that interested. I have my site where I sell things. Not really interested in sponsoring anything on Whatnot. Once we're bigger, I would be open fully to sponsoring events. So
just getting to that point.
Right now, I would much rather use that money instead of sponsoring an event to continue pumping out figures right now. Currently. So, all right. New LC reveal. Friday night closing nights, Monarch Customs. Yeah, I saw. Needs to tone up customs prints of that to scale up Darth Vader. I don't know what that's saying. My micros. DC has other. Okay. Just trying to scroll through, see if there's any. Rivals Gambit when. Currently focusing on other Rivals figures. Black Hat, Lady Loki, Psylocke, Vengeance Skin, an updated Spider-Man through Jacob, so it'll match the rest of them. Moon Knight as well. Super excited for those. If that does well, this last wave 2 has done well. So I'm open to doing more Rivals. So wave 3, if that does well, I'd love to be able to do a Scarlet Witch. I'd love to be able to do Star-Lord, Mantis. Right now, Gambit just isn't that high on the list. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Eskrima. Sounds epic. Name. I've noticed. Okay, yep. The accessories for Dispatch. Let's see. Can't wait for Codebreaker. Yep, Codebreaker. I'm very happy with him. So he'll be very, very cool. If Master Codebreaker sells out of Brickworld, will there be some stock left on website release? Brickworld is first. If he sells out of Brickworld, that is it. But I've made like 200 of them, so he shouldn't. I brought 100 Sandy Padmes last year, and I was able to sell like 20 to 30 on the site afterwards still. So we are a little bit more established at Brickworld this year, though, so we may see a more spike in sales. It may cancel out, though, because he's also a sequel character. But I've always said if there was any sequel character I would do, it would be him. Bro shows up for 12 seconds of screen time, doesn't say a word, just straight oral, and that's it. Bro has like maybe 3 paragraphs in the Wikipedia. So I think he's the coolest one. But very, very happy I'm doing him. He's got some amazing Easter eggs with him. If you look in the Wikipedia, he has the Smuggler's Guide, and we have a wonderful Easter egg inside, and we also have a wonderful printed tile inside as well. So there's 2 things inside the book which we have not revealed. So it is very, very cool. We have the same with the Sith alt textbooks as well, having like a tile inside, not showing what it is, so you can experience it when you pick it up and when you get it, as like a surprise for you for when you purchase it. So very excited about that. But if there is leftover stock from Brickworld, then yes, we will put it on our site. If there will ever be a restock, maybe. If it like sells out instantly and is like way, way, way more popular than I thought it would be, then we can look into it. Right now, the biggest hindrance is the sand blue book that he comes with. That only came in like a 20 Harry Potter CMF of Harry Potter with like the potions book of like the Half-Blood Prince, or it was just a potions book. Well, Half-Blood Prince was a potions book, where it was just a potions book, and that was like the only time it ever came in that color. So, and not many people bulk bought that Harry Potter figure. So I had to do a couple orders. So if he sells out like immediately, I will consider it. Otherwise, not interested in a restock of that just because of that. The book is very expensive. So, and hard to get in bulk. Honestly can't remember time stars existed. Yep. He was thinking to create printed parts of the new Lego upscale Vader figure. Oh no, I'm not really interested in producing printed parts to upgrade a Lego set. I'm not that interested in that. The closest thing we're coming to is the builds for like the Batman, like Schumacher film vehicles that we'll be coming out with here soon. Please reserve some Codebreaker for website release. Brickworld Chicago first. I tried to. That's where I have a lot of enjoyment, and I really want to give an opportunity to those who are able to make it to be able to get a very cool figure. I hate exclusive items like that, to where like, oh, I live in the Virgin Islands. Yeah, I can't make it to Brickworld Chicago. I understand. I try to make enough so we can still have a website release, and Brickworld is just kind of like a first release. So I try to make enough. Again, just very limited with those books. So hopefully, I don't think it'll all sell out. Same with the Supergirl and Crypto, the Black Supergirl Crypto, and then even the Black Lightsaber Blades. That one, I still haven't decided if I want a website release or if I just continue to have that for like in-person things or not. I haven't fully thought that part out, because that I'm not selling as the individual, like the 3-packs where you have the short, the regular, the cross guard. That is being sold as one full pack, all 6 blades. So because I'm not going to try to dish out individual things at Brickworld Chicago. So, and then the Black Supergirl Crypto, that we made 175. Again, with it being non-Star Wars, I don't know how well it'll do. Star Wars is very for sure that'll sell.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So we'll have to see with Supergirl, but I anticipate both would be able to go onto the website. I would anticipate. Yeah.
And this is Pete Keir, like bearded, very excited to meet him. It's his first time coming. He's coming all the way from Australia.
Yeah. So and even Orbital, I believe, is coming in. I don't believe, I know. Orbital's coming in. He's only able to do it every 2 years, though. So excited to see him this year. Can't wait to meet up.
Excited to meet him again. It's gonna be fun.
So I met him once in 2024, but then I wasn't a brand. I was just a consumer on a public day. And for the longest time, he was just out like getting pizza. So I wasn't actually able to see him for like the longest time. And I was trying to get his half and half Spider-Man. And then he eventually did show up, and I was able to get it. But then he just wanted to eat his pizza, of course. So I just kind of got my Spider-Man and went. But IRL quantity for Codebreaker, I think, is like 200. So we'll have to see. We shall see. And then, okay. And then that one is a question for you, it looks like.
Oh, let's see. Thoughts on DN? Pretty hot topic.
Oh, no. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I know what that is. No, don't answer that. No.
I'm gonna plead unbiased there.
Yeah. No, don't answer that.
Okay. Thank you.
Comes in once every like 2 months in the Discord, say something about DN, and then he'll get you with that 2016 like joke. Molding the curved blades in 3.5 length. That was a thing we considered. 3.5 versus 3. So that we had thought about it. I think we just ended up choosing the shorter one because solid number between 3 and 4. And plus, it still looks fine as like a Shoto blade or something. Many people use it for Yoda, Ahsoka, and like the Temple Guards. 3.5, it just didn't look like there was much of a difference between that and the 4. Because that's what, a whole 4 millimeters, ain't it? Yeah. So that's and 4 millimeters just isn't a whole ton. First glance, you look at it, is like, oh, okay, they're like the same length. The 3 kind of shows that a little bit more because it's an additional 4, a total 8 millimeters. So nearly a centimeter difference. So we kind of liked that. But we are looking into, I already teased it a little bit, the maul blades. When I was up, I already said that a little bit. When I was up over this last weekend or two, I grabbed my Dremel tool and I kind of shaved like the back of it to make like the jacket edge for the mall show. Mm-hmm. And I posted it to my Instagram, posted it to my Discord. I'm like, guys, like, you can make this. And people were like, we want it, we want it, we want it. So, all right, like, I can make like 100 to 200, sell them for like $350 or something, because it's like manual labor at that point. Who would be interested in this type of thing? Because I didn't think many people, like, I thought I'd maybe get like 50 responses or something. I had over 1,000 people say that they want them. So,
but you also got to figure about a little bit less than half of
1,000 at that point.
You got to figure less than half of those are actually going to buy, though.
Right, but also, yeah, mall just came out. By the time I'm able to fulfill this, it'd be another month or two. So who knows if the hype will stick. So, but at that point, that there's like 1,000 of them, I might as well make a mold for it, because I've made molds for less. I've made molds for Luna Snow and Emma Frost of 250 quantity. Mm-hmm. So for over 1,000, yeah, I'll just make a mold. So we are currently in the production process of that, in the modeling process, which I believe we just sent in our final note. So we should be getting back a final draft here relatively soon. So very, very excited about that. So that'll be super, super cool. We are looking also at expanding more with sabers. So not quite like 3.5 or anything, but we are looking at different types of sabers to make swooshing. So that's all I'll say on that. But very excited about that as well. We're kind of beginning that modeling process as well. So very, very excited about all of that. This is not the last you'll see of PTC molded products for sure, like molded accessories. So we definitely have some cool things cooking. Some definitely well-needed, much-needed upgrades to figure/indoor parts. Yeah. So very, very excited about what's in store. Star Wars figs for Brick World. Yes, Codebreaker and the Dark Lightsaber Blades. With the swooshing, not baiting me with BTC. Okay. Yeah, I did got on.
Thank you.
20th. Yeah.
You saved me.
Nanorex, and I think you should do it. So is bro with Nanorex? So what is it? Is it someone I don't know about, or bro's just saying stuff?
Or is it psyop?
Yeah, bro's Nanorex's little bro. Recently popularized in the latest CPA fix reel and TikTok videos. Oh yeah, the mall. Yep. Which CPA, you're welcome for that. Really boosted your account there with that. So you're welcome. Don't ever claim I'm not merciful. 3.
Damn, CPA, you're getting
nice. Episode 1 pop still in the works. So we've had a ton of projects in the last year. I've had parts for episode 1 Palpatine since November of 24, when there was a like double VIP points for like parts and things. So I've had parts for him for over like a year and a half now. Wave 6. Wave 6. I say wave 6, but other things just get slotted in between. So it just keeps going out and out and out. But it is final wave 6. We have wave 4, Dispatch, wave 5, Marvel DC Comics. We may squeeze in the Schumacher Batman, and then wave 6. So that's what we've got. So that's what we're working on. Who is CPA? CPA Fall, one of the wonderful LAN members for LAN on Instagram. Follow his new account, CPA Figs, where he reviews his custom figures. So yeah.
There we go.
Was there any questions or anything at all that were on Instagram or any others, or
no?
Or are we rapid fire into yours, or are we running short?
I might do say some point next week we might do like a little like extended version,
Part
like an
two,
additional.
the
Yeah,
squeakquel.
we could do it. If I didn't work at 11:15, I would definitely keep going. I picked up not picked up, but it was more so voluntold that I would be picking up a shift
Holy yeah,
earlier
Sash.
today.
So okay, so yeah, we'll have to get together, figure out the squeakquel. PTC returns. In Brick Connection. What is it? Episode 14.5.
That'd be the first 0.5. I'm excited to do that one.
So, or 15, and I take up a whole 2 episodes.
I think I always like doing the 0.5, so I think that's what we'll do because it's so much fun. Just putting that in the Adobe, just 14. Oh, that's gonna be
yes.
And you gotta know ball to know ball for that one.
Gotta know ball to know ball. Which for the next one, I'll send you an actual circular logo. I didn't realize that's what you were wanting.
My bad.
I just sent my logo, and then I'm like, holy moly. And then the name will also condense into one word as well. It's like, Anthony without the H. Prainer Toner Customs without the spaces.
That's true.
So all good. Yeah, Prainer Toner continued. So yeah, we'll get together. We'll figure out a good day because I'm trying to look. I don't know what it was that we've got going on next week. Next week is the 22nd. I'm trying to think because that's going to be Memorial Day weekend. I think I'm fine then. I'll have to double check with the wife. Oh, you won't be here? All right, we get the house to ourselves.
Ooh, party.
That just means I have to scoop the litters and feed the cats. No, I love my wonderful kitties, and I love the wonderful litter that I love to scoop.
Sure.
Prainer Toner scoops litter. Side quest.
Make that a meme.
So,
it's all good.
Pleasure. So, had a lot of fun. Really appreciate you having me on.
My pleasure.
So much to talk about.
We could keep going for hours too.
We can't keep going,
but I would love to.
Bro's got to work.
Whole Foods calls. And they're like they're holding up the dollar sign right now. Is PTC? Here's a final question: is PTC coming to the Quality Inn the weekend before Brick World starts?
No.
Oh man!
I am showing up the Sunday before Brick World, and I will be in my own hotel with the wife. We'll check in on the Sunday, and then we'll be there Monday, and then Tuesday. Hopefully, I'm wanting to. Maybe, may not be able to. Hang out with people before Brick World, and then Wednesday is when it all starts.
Yeah.
But definitely hanging out with people all throughout the week. Definitely super, super interested in seeing everybody. So too many people to see and talk to, not enough time.
Yeah. That's always the way she goes. But
I'll
definitely keep in touch regarding the 22nd. Because I know I worked 22nd, but I believe I get off early in the afternoon. So it'll be a fun time.
It'll be fun. I look forward to it.
Absolutely. And thank you again for everyone tuned in. And the chat's been lively. And thank you for a nice little comeback show 2.0. And I'm going to do better. Now, time's freeing up and things here and there. I'm not going to be gone all the time, so I can do this more consistently. By consistently, probably not every week, but maybe maybe 1 week do 2 shows, take a week off, and then do 1 show. Figure out as the storyboard goes. But
there you go.
It's been fun, and we'll see you all tentatively next week. Oh, I miss doing the streams for you guys. They're a good time, and we're gonna do another Brick World hype show. That's what we could do. Maybe we could do next week. We could do like a big PTC and panel Brick World hype show.
There you are. So
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
If we're able to get Tom in,
Tom.
I'd love to get Tom in.
That
Could
would
even
be
bring
something.
Hamza back. Hamza back for the reunion tour.
Could be something.
Could be something. CPA
Well-
fall. We'll just bring everyone in.
Yeah,
We'll have
we'll
50 people. We'll all talk over each other.
I'm not sure if I could get 50. StreamYard doesn't do that many. But we'll figure something out. If anything, we'll just do a TBC episode, then do like an after-hour show, just doing all the Brick World stuff.
The after party. Very cool. I am seeing Mandalorian and Grogu IMAX next week. Not next week. The following week on Thursday the 28th.
Dude, it's gonna be fun.
At 9, I think.
I think I'm going at Brick World the weekend before, seeing it with the fellas.
Yeah.
As Star Wars is intended.
That'll be cool. I'm excited. Excited to see Mandalorian and Grogu. Star Wars. Fan service. The movie. Hopefully
Grogu gets capped, and on that point, we're out.
What?
My perfect ending is, say right here is Grogu, right behind me I'm Din Djarin. Grogu just goes to the dark side. You see Din just with the little revolver going. Then you see the credits roll. Yeah. That'd be peak. Bring the Western back. But yeah, again, thank you everyone, and we'll see you here next week. And thank you PTC for coming on. And I'll definitely text you throughout the night if you're awake.
It was an honor to be here. So thank you very much for hosting.
Absolutely, and we'll be doing it again next week, and we will see you all very, very soon. Please enjoy this very loud outro. It's gonna be very loud.